Aliens. Good day, good day. Good night. How you all doing? Everyone okay? Yeah man, I'm okay. Go on, keep your feet, man. Go on, keep your feet. Remember, you're not alone. You catch me? Yeah, you're not alone. And this is the right moment. This is the moment for a man or a woman to lecture to others when they are also going through it. I say it again. This is the right moment for a man or a woman to lecture to others when they are going through it. Because the words lose power when you are no longer facing it. You catch me? Yeah. Your words lose power when you are no longer facing it. But you see, when you are facing it, when you are being put in that endurance mode to endure the heat, to endure the pressure, I'm telling you, your candles cannot be out by no storm, and you yourself cannot out them. They get me? Yes. So my brother, my sister that are holding the faith, you're not the only one. You're not the only one in endurance mode. I am also in endurance mode. So I know exactly where you're coming from. You catch me? Yes, I know exactly where you're coming from. We are in the same boat. Some of us, not all of us, you know. Some people give up last night. Some people give up last week. Some people give up the week before. You catch me? Yes. And you know, respect to them same way. Respect to all of who will give up. You know, you came a long way. But for the others that are still here, big up on yourself. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not the only one enduring it. We all are. You get me? Yes, some of us are enduring it and we have to put a smile on our face. Like me. With a smile. Endurance with a smile. You get me? Some of us are enduring some place crying, wiping tears right now. In endurance mode. So we're going through it. You're not alone. Never feel like you're alone. Never feel like you're alone. Remember, the slave master will never know the feelings of the slave until he was placed in the dwelling of the slave, to eat the food of the slave, to drink the water of the slave, to feel the whip that the slave felt. You will never know. You will never know how a slave feel until he find himself in the slave position. And a slave will never know how a slave master feel until that slave was placed in the slave master position, to know how it feel to whip a slave, to know how it feel to wake up and having slaves bathing you, to know how it feel to people where you have a slave bowing to each and every command. You get me? Yes. So, I am in endurance mode. I am feeling it. And you're in endurance mode. We share the same pain. We share the same pain. So not until a man have walked the road, feel the pain, feel the torture, feel the attack, know where the potholes are and where he will experience drought. Not until he have experienced it. His words are powerless. When he speak, you will not feel none of the hair on your skin stand up, because he's not coming from a place of knowing. He's coming from a place of fiction. You feel me? He's coming from a place of fiction. So my brother, my sister, you're not alone in this endurance mode. Now listen, the man, the man in the crown say he would like to have, you know, a BMW or a Benz. Listen, he would like to have a BMW or a Benz. A man in a Mark say he would like to have a crown. A next man in a Probox say he would like to have a Mark X. And a man in a Axio wish to have a Probox. And a man in a AD wagon wish to have a Axio. And a man in a B13, Nissan B13 wish to have a AD wagon. A man on a bike. A man on a bike wish to have a B13. And a man on a bicycle wish to have a bike. You catch me? A man walking wish to have a bicycle. And the man in the wheelchair wish to have foot to walk. The man in the morgue wish that he would in a wheelchair with life. And the baby just came out of his or her mother. Just came out of her mother, or his mother is now saying, what await me? What await me? In a world of endurance, I would say, welcome to the land of endurance. A place where you must learn how to endure. Because tonight the topic is endurance. You must learn how to endure. You must learn how to endure longer than your enemy. And who is best to teach us about endurance than the God that dwelleth within us? In our moments of all these questions that came up on our lips. And yet, there is no answer. Only one thing. Keep going. That is just a short word of saying endurance. Keep enduring. Must I endure the pain that I am feeling? Keep going. You're not, hey. Are you hearing me? must I keep walking even though my toes are swelling? Keep going. Endurance. Should I lay myself to rest here? Keep going. Endurance. Can I have this one instead of the one that you told me to wait on? Keep going. Endurance. Welcome to the land of endurance, where you will have to learn how to endure. There's a game by the name of Dante Inferno. For some reason, I have played that game when I was in, I was living in Ola, but then I think that was 2012, 2013, somewhere there. 2013, 2014, somewhere there. I was living in Olaba, and Dante Inferno was a game that caught my attention. It was a friend that had the CD, Xbox 360, that had the CD, and I got so interested. I asked him, "Do you have any CD you can lend me?" Because when I start to play a game, if I pass the first stage and I'm not interested, I'm not going to play it. I'm not. No, there must, if the first chapter is not in, I'm not going to play it. It's like me already know how the game go. I'm not interested. You catch me? So he told me that he had a CD, Dante Inferno, and him say him reach a one particular spot where him can pass. And being I was the man to play the games that are very hard, that no one wanted to play, him say, "Big you," them time them call me Big you. Him say, "Big you, me have one game for you. You can't book this." And the storyline of the game was so interesting. Is this man that should have been faithful to a woman, and he broke that promise, and because he broke that promise, he now send that woman's soul. Is like he gave away that woman's soul by not being faithful to that woman. The game was very interesting. I was playing, and Dante Inferno, Dante wasn't faithful to the woman, so in other words, in the game, the devil came and took the woman from him. No, hell broke loose, because Dante now decided that he's going to hell for his woman. And I'm telling you, I went through the stages, and the lust, the temptation, all the things that in reality that will come upon you, it come upon Dante in the game. And while playing the game, then it meant it was just a game to me. I'm telling you, then it was just a game to me. But for some reason, it bring back reflection. And I saw it on the app one night. I was scrolling, and I said, "This game, play the game already." And then every single thing started to come back to me. Everything started to come back to me. And I say, the game that did have meaning, but me just never know the meaning then until me start to watch the gameplay on YouTube. And me start to catch back every graph, everything, like me start to do a replay. And it is no short of what we are experiencing now. It is like a story that is true, but put in a fiction form. You catch me? It is a story that is true, that put in a fiction form. In other words, without faith and without pursuing what you are here to pursue, it's like you sell your soul short. It now must be selling someone else's soul, but your soul. You give away your soul like how Dante give away the woman's soul for not being faithful. You catch me? And a lot of people cannot endure. When you say endure, that's the hardest thing for them to do. Endurance, because more at times, we never get told at school that we must have certain level of disciplines that will be required throughout life. We feel as if they are not necessary, and when we put ourselves towards life and life through things that we realize that the no's that we were being told to say, they cannot solve the issue or solve the problem that your hands are in, and the yes that we were being told to say cannot solve the issue or solve whatsoever you are in. Now we start to get we start to look on life, we start to see the real, true meaning of life when we are now put in a position to make choices that will determine if you should go forward or you should remain where you are. If you should go forward or you will remain where you're at. And that's where endurance come in. Who can pass the test of endurance? Who can get put in the furnace for 3 hours without screaming and say, I'm going to give up, I cannot go any further? Who can walk on those hot nails without stopping and cross that finish line? Who is capable of endurance? Because without endurance, I'm telling you, whatsoever meaning of life is meaningless. Because you might not have the challenge now, or you might not have the opponent to oppose you of what you have now, because it is of no value to them. But as soon as you climb that ladder, where now you have values that are of values to others, and it requires you to endure to hold on to those values, then you will see how endurance play its role. Enough man, enough woman give in. When? A hour ago. And when was his breakthrough? In the next half an hour. Take me for example. Last week was a test of endurance. Who have eyes to see could see. That was endurance. I was placed in something, and you know, I had to endure, and from the beginning of the life to the end of the life. And if I don't say, you wouldn't know, unless you like can pick up, say, hey, Livian, I do what I'm doing, but something right. That was endurance, brother. I felt like exiting the life. I felt like ending the life, but I endure. You catch me? I endure despite. So a lot of people cannot, enough people can't endure. Let me say it raw. Enough people can't endure. As life start to go rough and life start to go tough, them give up, them quit. They don't know what to do. Them start to look all about the place. I run from yard to yard. I share them business to the person. They're thinking that will bring relief. At times the fire wasn't light by the enemy. It was light by the inner enemy, which is self. At times the fire wasn't light by the enemy. It was light by the inner enemy. Because some people feel as if it is only the outer enemy. You have inner enemies. That's why them say, face your demons, do the shadow work, heal yourself from this. You know, go over the traumas, deal with all of the things that you are trying to push under the rug, which is endurance. A lot cannot endure. You catch me? A lot cannot endure. And by not being able to endure, your life will have no meaning. Because you work so hard for something, you put in the sweat, you do all of what you need, what you're supposed to do. And here comes a man or here comes a woman decided that they want to put you under pressure so that you give it to them. So if you cannot endure, you will just hand over whatsoever you have. You will just hand over whatsoever you have. These lives on Sundays are totally different. Just consider it as a gift of me giving back something I'm not charging. This is for free. This is where you come and gain things for free. Reality. Things that you need to go through life. You get me? I will not be the type of person that will, you know, try to entertain people for them to remain in that brokenness. Don't want me to talk. For them to remain in that brokenness. For them to feel comfortable in that brokenness. I will shine light on that and maybe you will scroll. But one day you might, you know, have the courage for watching a video on YouTube because they are there for a reason. You catch what I'm saying? So tonight the topic is endurance. A man that cannot endure will fall, and a woman that cannot endure will fall. No, her husband went out saying that he's going to Rome and he will be back within 3 weeks. Now, he promised her something, but he wanted to see if she is worthy of such promise. So he didn't break the news to her before he was going. He kept it to himself as a secret. And he said, my dear wife, I will be back within 3 weeks. But the husband didn't leave to go to Rome. The husband remained in the palace dressed up as a slave. The husband remained in the palace dressed up as a slave. And she mistake him for a slave. And even sent him to get some wine. And he was, until one night, someone came in her dwelling. And when that man came in her dwelling, the husband was pretending like a slave and saw the beginning and the end. And the husband stand and watch and he endure. Now that's another level of mind power. It might look like weakness to people, but when you're being placed in the position to endure something that is not satisfying to the mind or satisfying to your calmness, and you can remain calm, that to me, that is power. Because if it was someone, they would kill the man and kill the woman out of base on how they are feeling. But that man stand and he watch from the beginning to the end. And the woman didn't know that he saw. She didn't know that he saw. And he went away. Because he was hearing rumors. He wanted to know for himself. And he got the truth for himself. Now, when that man came back, as promised, he treated that woman as if nothing had happened. She couldn't see the slight evidence of, there was nothing. He smiled, he acted normal, his eyes were light, and to me, he have discovered something, which is the secret of a woman. And any man know, I'm telling you, you are free. It is not for me to say, it is for you to discover. He have discovered the secret of a woman. And he remain calm, he remain humble, he endure right through. Now, the wife said to him, my husband, how are you feeling? He said, I couldn't, there is no better feeling than what I am feeling now. And she said, speak in words, because the parables are not enough. And he said to her, if you have a garden, and in that garden there is a snake, knowing the meaning of the snake, whether it is poisonous or not, when you discover the meaning of the snake, knowing if the snake is poisonous or not, you will come off ease. But when you don't know if the snake is poisonous or if it is harmless, you will be unease. Now the husband discovered that his wife is a snake and she is very poisonous. Now he is at ease. He endured breaking silence when he found out that his wife was with somebody else. And he endured even when he came back. Now, as I said before, that is power. Most people cannot endure just the thought of the wife cheating on him. And most women cannot endure just the thought of her husband cheating on her. But the man that have the mind knowing that women are unpredictable, and the man that put his trust in a woman will fail, and the woman that put her trust in a man will fail. It might sound harsh, but it is reality. And not until you can come to this, not until you can come to this realization, you will remain in a prison. Now this man have found the truth. He have discovered. And he's now free. Not free from chains that are being placed on a man physically, but a mental chain, a spiritual chain that have him as a victim for years, thinking that he will be the only one. Thinking that she would be the only one. Now, endurance have led him to something greater than what a woman can give him, and that is peace. Listen. Endurance. Reaction was placed on hold while I endure the pain and suffering. I carry my well on my back, enough water to quench the thirst of 1,000 women. In other words, I obtain from earthly pleasure to manifest my purpose. I will read again. And as I always say, if you're not interested in my life, the option is still there. You can scroll. You don't have to stay and kiss your teeth. I will say it again. Now listen. Reaction was placed on hold while I endure the pain and suffering. I carry my well on my back, enough water to quench the thirst of 1,000 women. In other words, I obtain from earthly pleasure to manifest my purpose. How many can do that? How many can endure the pain? How many can endure to abstain from earthly pleasure to better themselves? That's why I say endurance is a vital weapon that must be used wisely. Don't only endure when you're waiting on someone or you're waiting on a promise to be manifested. Make sure you're enduring to better yourself. Don't only endure because you're waiting on that man to come back from that overseas trip. Don't endure the pain and suffering because you're waiting on that woman to come back and embrace your arms. I say, my brother, I say to you, the woman is the hurt, and you will not be the only plow. With all due respect. Don't only endure the pain of waiting on someone to come back to your arm, thinking that that will bring you peace. Endure the pain, bettering yourself. And when you better yourself, when you sit down now, you will come to peace. You will come to peace knowing that I didn't do it because of her. Because, let me say this. If the kerosene oil have burned out of the lamp, once the kerosene oil is finished, the burning is no longer the lamp purpose. But if you can burn without the kerosene oil, burning will remain as the lamp purpose. So don't endure because of a promise. Take your mind off of the promise. This is where some of us go wrong. This is where some of us fall short, thinking when will it happen? When will this suffering be? Take your mind off of that until the suffering you don't feel the suffering no more. Endure until there is nothing left to endure. Until the God within you see that you have truly passed the test. What more tests can you be put through when you have already passed and endured them all? What more pain can be inflicted on you when all pain was being inflicted and yet you smile? What more delay can be inflicted on you when all delays was being inflicted and yet you move? What more can be taken away from you when everything was taken and yet you still keep going? Endure for you. Endure for you. For once in your life, endure because of you, not because of the promise. Not because of what you were being told in a vision. Not because of the sharp and spicy whispering words that was whispered in your ears. Endure for you. Let me say, I will take away your car. I will take away your house. And I will take away whatsoever asset you have. And when I strip you of all these things, you will remain with nothing but self. You will remain with nothing but self. So my brothers and sisters that are enduring, checking the calendar daily, checking your time nightly, endure for you. Endure for the betterment of you. Let me give you a story. A man said, I would like to become rich. And he didn't have nothing going on. He was speaking to someone that is wealthy. And he said, I would like to become rich. And he have nothing going on. And the man that is wealthy said to him, what will you sell to become rich? And he said, there is nothing for me to sell. I just want to become rich. And the man said, you will remain a pauper. Somebody else said, somebody came along and said, I have an idea of how to become rich. Someone else came and said, I have an idea of how to become rich. The man that have the idea of how to become rich will become rich even if a bag juice in plan to sell, you will accomplish such goal, because nothing is impossible under the sun. But the man that just want to become rich will remain a pauper, because he's not moving towards nothing to make himself whatsoever he would like to become. No, my brothers and sisters, if you're a woman to have a man that is smart, I'm telling you, there is no gold on earth that is more valuable. No diamond that is more valuable. And if you're a man to have a woman that is smart, I'm telling you, there is no gold and there is no diamond that is more valuable than a woman that stands beside you that is smart. And there is none that is more valuable than a man that stands beside you that is smart. I once met a wise lady. It was in 2018 April. I haven't seen her back. And there is none that can erase her wiseness from my mind until this day. And it have been years. None come close. I say all of this not to make you feel comfortable. Not to make you feel comfortable and not going forward. I say all of this for you to rise from whatsoever is holding you back. And at time it is you. So endure your pain. It will come to an end. Endure the isolation, it will come to an end. Endure the chattering, it will come to an end. The same people at times that don't like you will automatically become fans. I've seen it. The same people that criticize against you will automatically become the person to talk about you to somebody else, advertise you for free. So the topic is endurance. And my question to my brothers and sisters, what is it you're enduring for? Are you enduring for you? or you're enduring for someone else? Are you enduring for you, or you're enduring for someone else? Because putting you first is the wisest choice a man or a woman can make. If you are the reason why you are doing this, there is nothing that can stop you. But if someone is the reason why you're doing it, you will witness that person being ripped from you time after time to teach you that you must be doing it for you. I've been there. I have been there. You catch me? I have been there. Now listen. I was in Maypen. Don't really remember the year. But I was in Maypen. And while I was in Maypen, according to them, I was madding. According to them, I was madding. And in my state of madness, according to them, in my state of madness, I saw the woman that I saw the woman that in my head I was maybe going crazy over in another car smiling. I saw the woman that in my head I was going crazy over in another man's car smiling, happy. And I came to my sense. I stopped madding. The mad syndromes came to halt. You catch me? Yes, I was no longer getting off. Because the universe showed me whatsoever I was going crazy over is happy somewhere else. So what to deprive me of my happiness? What to stop me from living my life? What to stop me from exploring my free will? What? Nothing, brother. Nothing, sister. Do this for you, or else you will see whosoever you're doing it from rip away from you countless time until you learn to make that fire burn because of you, not because of somebody else. Endurance. Now listen. I came under many attacks because the enemy never wanted none like me to be around. Because even when I'm silent, my presence was saying so much. But despite the fight, I endure and push through. Everybody get a fight. Don't do a thief. The thief get a fight, the police get a fight, the liar get a fight, everybody get a fight. Everyone have to get a fight. You catch what I'm saying? And if you should look, certain groups don't like certain things. They look on it as a key to break the mind from captivity. As I always said, my brothers and sisters, this is not mental, this is not physical slavery. It is mental and spiritual slavery. That's what's happening now. Now, you have people that are more advanced. You have people that are more aware. People that are more educated to certain things. And being you're not educated to it, they use it against you. Now, you give away your energy. You give away your power by signing certain contracts with certain people. You give away your freeness by going in agreement with certain people without even knowing, because you don't know. You catch me? And they would like it to remain that way. So someone like me, speaking the way I am speaking, they know the threat that I am. They know what threat I can be to them if just one listen. Not two, not three, just one. They know the threat that I can be. And before I commanded these many attacks. I was already trained. I endure the attacks that came, and I also endure the pain and the suffering that came. So when the enemy decide to inflict pain and suffering on me, they are surprised to see how I absorb it and squeeze it out like sponge. Because whatsoever I am enduring now, I have already endured it. Maybe I wasn't speaking then, but I have already endured it. Now the endurer is a threat. The quitter is no threat. The man that fall under pain, the man that fall under suffering, the man that quit, that beat the ground and cry out, say no more, is no threat, but the one that can endure. Now, who is best to teach us about endurance than a woman? Who is best to teach us about endurance than a woman? Now she is giving birth. She's enduring something to give something. She's enduring pain. And when you say pain, someone run off. And there is no man that can become who is supposed to become without pain. There must be pain, bro. You must be able to endure pain. You must be able to endure. You must be able to endure suffering, not forever. You must be able to go through things that life will place on you and push on you. That's why when me see a brother or a sister just reach up there, me not jealous, me not bad mind, me not say nothing. I wish them the best, because I know life have a way. Life don't try to root you up from the top of the branch. Life take it time and test your roots. How strong or how far are you? You catch what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? So endurance in every man and every woman life. I came under many attacks. So some of us have a light within us that shine. And whether we go to the gym, no matter where we go, so long as it is a public area, that light shine. Now let me show you. Now you're in a place, and while you're in that place, the appearance of that place is like this. Now as you step in that place, the appearance of the place is now like this. And as you step out of that place, the appearance of the place is like this. Now, you might cannot see the light that you carry, but others can. And when you step in that place, be a light, head a turn, your light is shining, not on the physical, but on the spirit that dwelleth within that vessel. And that person would say, I don't like him. My spirit can't agree with the person because of the light that you carry. So many would say, I'm not doing no one nothing. Why would people want to kill me? Why would people want to harm me? Because of the light that you carry. And some are not disciplined enough. Every pan knock them dead with them light. You will come under attack. Every man will say hi, them lay down with them. Hey, I'm telling you, time will come where you can't even, light up your own room. And that's where they laugh. Ha 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 ha. Where is the light? You remember when time she did bossy and her tail up in the hair? Your light gone. Them take it. So you will come under attack because of the light that you carry. And you must learn to endure and go through those attacks. And put reaction on hold. Because, people are going to always seek to get a reaction out of you. But at times, it's not worth it. You not give them none. Many attempt, many try, but yet to get an answer. I ignore. Now listen. They told me that it was a 3-round match. And when they saw that that I was dominant in every round, they changed the amount of rounds from 3 to 6. And when they saw the level of endurance, they changed the round from 6 to 9. And they also changed the opponent and signed in a fresher fighter. I went in Sage Mode 5 and turned on the endurance mode to max and knock out the rival at the 7th round. Now they are out busy looking for new challengers, but none wanted to face me, none. Now imagine in a fighting ring and you see a 3 round and your endurance, 2 you're dominant in a ring, them change it from 3 to 6. And when them change it from 3 to 6, you still show dominance, you still show endurance, them change it from 6 to 9. And not just change it from 6 to 9, them also change the opponent that you knock out to a fresher fighter. Most people think life will go easy, you know. Our life will always be at peace. That will never happen. That will never happen. As long as you carry that light within you, that will never happen. You will have to create your own peace. I'm telling you, you will have to create your own peace. So tonight the topic is endurance. Can you endure? And who is it that you're enduring for? Who is it that you're enduring for? Let me tell you. I watched this movie once where this woman was paying for this man karma. Some people would say, that possible? Yes, it is possible. You can pay for someone karma by helping them. You take on that karma on yourself just by assisting. You catch me? Yes, you can take on that karma on yourself. So this woman was paying this man karma, and at the end of the movie, they came together because he have already paid off all her debt. Now in life, you can be with a woman or be with a man, and they should go through 10 years out of suffering. And because you put yourself with them, instead of them going through 10 years out of suffering, they went through 5. You ever see some man and him said to a woman, say, just because me in my situation now, as soon as my situation change, me gone. You helped him with his karma. You ever see some woman say, to me in my situation now, as soon as my situation done, me gone. You helped her with her karma. Now her wrongs, you paid for it by being with her. Say she go through 20 years out of suffering, she only do 10. You know, share burden. If she go through 15 years out of suffering, she go through 7.5. You know, share burden. Whatsoever she's supposed to experience, you start to experience it too. Because you share burden. You are now in union. So you're supposed to bring you two are supposed to bring you same measure and balance out the weight. You ever hear some people say, anytime I'm there around them, all the suffering just done. Have you heard it? All the suffering just done. Me just feel alive. Me just feel good when me there around you. Beware, brother. Beware, sister. Now, as I said, the topic is endurance. The topic is endurance. So despite what you're going through now, and despite what was sent towards you, and life is still in your body, it shows that you are an endurer. It tells that you are an endurer. You don't have to take up a mic and shout that I am an endurer. The fact that you're still going, you're an endurer. Now, endurance, you have manifested through your action. Now, the title of endurer is beside your name. They came in strong, but you endured. They gave their last, they came up with their last strategy that could have destroyed you, but you remain strong. You remain strong. They came to kick off the door, but the door was built where when you open it, it go outside, it don't come in. So they couldn't kick it off. The foot got broken in the process. Foot got broken in the process. So you are an endurer. You know, the other day I sit down with myself and I said to myself, so, you know, so I'm not give myself credit, enough credit. I just step myself out of myself and like look for myself as somebody else. And by doing it, I realize say, small mind could have never accomplish the endurance when me endure, or could have never accomplish the level of pain when me suffer through and never give in. Could have never pass some tests when I go through and it seems as if I haven't went through none. Because I have learned about endurance, not just now, years ago, where I endure until the tears cannot run. I endure, the tears become water to my thirst, quench my thirst. The tears become a message that only I understand, until there is none. Now, I find it hard to cry because I have already cried out the portion that was given to me to cry in this lifetime. I have already cried out the portion that was given to me to cry in this lifetime. Respect. So when I try to cry, there is no water coming. I have exceeded the amount of tears. I have exceeded the amount of tears that was given to me to use in this lifetime. I no longer cry. I cannot cry. There is no tears. I have to force it. I have to wash my face. Endurance is the word, brother. Endurance is the word, sister. So when you are going towards a goal, you better know that there must be a level of endurance stuck inside of you, ready to be activated at any time. There must be a level of endurance knowing that you will be faced with challenges to discourage you from whatsoever you would like to accomplish. There will be traps that will be placed in your way for you to turn off the path. You will meet upon snakes, wolf. You will meet upon various creatures to stop and destroy you. And if you don't have endurance, if you cannot endure for a year, you are not worthy. If you cannot endure for 2 years, based on what task was given unto you, because some of we have to endure all 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, based on the task that was given unto you. Some people only endure for 3 years and them free now. Some people only endure for a year and them good now, them on them part. But the man we have to endure 3 years and him years, him still have to go do another 3 years out of endurance. And him do it and him still hears him have to go do another 3. And him do it and it sound like him have to go do another 3. Now I'm telling you, you have to question if God had do it for spite to make you give up. You have to question if God had do it for spite to make you quit. You catch what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? So endurance You need endurance in your life. It must be a part of your life. It is a recipe. You catch me? It is a part of the menu. It is a part of whatsoever you're cooking. Now you can see many that haven't mastered or haven't learned about endurance. What happened to them? Because brothers, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. I will listen to what you have to say. And if it is of life, we will, talk a little until me feel like a time for me stop talk to you. But if it is of no life, I keep saying, yeah man. Yeah man. Oh yeah man. Until my phone ring and I walk off. Sorry, excuse me, take the call. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back. I big up a person. I big up a person. I'm glad you called. How are you doing? You catch me? I'm bigging up the person that gave the call because I wanted to move. Because what you're saying is giving no life. And I'm not going to be the I'm not the one to come and tell you that what you're saying is wrong or what. No, I'm not going to do that. I will respect whatsoever level you're at, and that is where majority people are feeling, trying to dictate. The dictators that try to dictate in other people chapters of their life, telling them there was a time when I was saying there was no God. God don't exist. And people used to burn me out and say, re. You catch what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? There was a time when my belief was totally different from what I am uttering now. It was a different mindset. I was in a different world. And because of that, I have learned, wheresoever a man or a woman is, it is not for you to come and try to force and take them from there, to put them where you're at. You are interrupting whatsoever experience they should have in this plane so that they can become whosoever they are to be. What if somebody did interrupt and intervene and take me out of the experience that I have gained over the past 6 or 7 years? I wouldn't be here standing now. You catch me? I wouldn't be here standing now. So the endurance of proving itself to me, and I can now testify, not with a belief, but knowing. So when you see people come, like say certain things, I know exactly where they at. And I want to say, Livian, why you don't block the person there? Why should I? Let them express where they at. Let them express how they feel. Let them express what they think is truth. Because they are yet to discover. And it is not for me to point it to them. That will be separating me from whatsoever my task is at the moment. So if I want to disagree with me, many times people come on the live, them disagree with me and them type with themselves as the type and plant seed of doubt, and I ignore them all. It's not that I cannot read, I do ignore. You get me? As much as I'm looking on the screen, some of the comments I'm not reading. I'm looking back on me. It's not that I cannot read. I'm looking back on me. I'm focusing on me. Because many time I saw it. A girl doing her life so good. And she in the comment section and she's trying to read all of the comment section and trying to get everything. And once somebody says something to her, and she said, what up? And the vibes broke. And she said, I go end my life, They got to her. Mind game, brother. Many times I see man do them live and all the vibes with him. Everybody have them crew. You could have deal. Don't tell man when I say nothing. Have a crew, brother. you get that. You cannot think. You cannot fight that. Every man have a crew. Every woman have a crew. This all when you just sit down and sleep, somebody sit down there and watch you. Every soul have a crew. You catch what I'm saying? So, a man who do him life good, him a hold him vibes. Get in the comment section, I read, and somebody says something him not like, and him and him give in to whatsoever energy was sent towards him, and him have hear him live, and they smile, they laugh, they're happy, because these 48 laws of power that you're not aware of, they can use it on you. It is called stirring the water. You catch me? Stir the water. Put you in the realm of confusion. Blurry your vision. You cannot see the bigger picture at the moment. And you come off of whatsoever you're supposed to be and to address them. And by addressing them, you lose focus on the whole point of you being on the life. And you get discouraged, and you end your life, and you're gone, and them they rejoice, looking for the next victim. Livian, oh, I'm not. I have mastered endurance, and I'm still mastering it. You catch me? I have learned to see things that go against me, or read comments that say the worst things about me and smile. And I do what? I smile. I say, okay, you're expressing how you feel. It is not me feeling this way about myself, so why should I be upset? No, that's a question. It is not me feeling this way about if I was feeling this way about me, I would hang myself. But I'm not the person. I'm not the person feeling the way how you feel about me. You are. That's your endurance. You must endure such a weight. You catch me? Yes, you must endure such a weight. And you will not rip the smile, nor the joy, nor the peace from me with poisonous words. You catch me? And I will not be your 109 victim, because you started from early and now it's late. So you have conquered many. So I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, your endurance, it is a weapon that need to be wielded wisely. Don't endure for people. Don't endure because of a promise. Endure because, as I said, if the kerosene oil should burn out of the lamp, the burning of that lamp the purpose of that lamp is no longer valid. It can no longer burn fire. But if that lamp can be light without kerosene oil, it will burn everlasting. Make your lamp be that lamp that can burn without people. I'm not dropping any word, but it's true. You must be able to blaze that fire with or without him. How many times you watch movie where the whole purpose of the movie was a man trying to get back a woman? The whole purpose of the movie was Jack trying to get back Rachel. And as Jack get back Rachel, him kiss her and he hug her and they walk down the road and the movie done. Not mine. I have many more chapters. I have many more chapters. I look on my book and I see there is so many leaves. So it cannot come to an end because of a promise that was promised to me. And then the promise manifests. And being me get the promise, no, me store it. No, bro. So if you wrap your world around somebody, and if that person was taken and your fire burn because that person was taken, when that person come back, that person can be of death to you. Meaning your fire out. Because the reason why the fire was burning was that person. Now your fire burned despite the person is there or not, your story will not end when that person return. Brother, if there was anyone to tell me these things 4 years ago, I wouldn't fall asleep crying. But there was no one, and I learned on my own. Now I am sharing back out of gratitude. I am sharing back with you what befall many, how many fall because of these like a simple mistake that they say it is just. No, it is more than that. Make your flames burn because of your desire to be whosoever you're to be in this lifetime, and it will never out. But make your flames burn because of a woman or a man, and whenever that woman get taken away from you, it will out. Or whenever that man get placed back in your life, it will out. Make your flames burn because of who you are to become. So no matter what them take, and they will take. I'm telling you, they will take and watch. They will sit and watch on your demise. Didn't you see how he's behaving lately? We ripped the peace from him. He's no longer smiling. You didn't see how she's behaving lately? I heard she didn't bathe for 3 days. We ripped. That's how they sit and talk. So if you're really valve around people, they will take them away from you and watch you crumble. They will separate you and watch you crumble. Watch you fall under your own tears. Watch you suffer by your own heartache. Make your own mind consume you. I have been there. So I can tell you. So to overpower this and to get over this, you must come to the realization of if they should take you away from you, it is not possible. But if they should take she away from you, it is possible. If they should take him away from you, it is possible. I'm just saying. Now listen. The pressure was created to break me. But I didn't fold under the pressure. I recreated myself and reintroduced myself to the public as Livian, the endurer. I'm telling you, powers, but not politics. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters. Now, the pressure that was sent your way, it was sent to crush and destroy you. It wasn't sent to recreate you. It wasn't sent for you to discover that name. It wasn't sent for you to discover yourself. It wasn't sent for you to know that the God that they always been talking about is within you. It wasn't sent for you to know that when you look in the mirror, you're looking at the image of God. It wasn't sent for that. It was sent to crush, destroy you, remove you from existence as how they have removed others. But you have turned that pressure into a weapon of recreation. You have turned that pressure into recreating you. That's why I always say, I don't run from storm. Last week was a storm. If you go look, you can see it. It was a storm. I wasn't smart. I'm telling you, I was doing me. But I'm telling you, I could feel whatsoever was happening. You catch me? And that storm didn't crumble me. It didn't destroy as though it was aimed to. It recreated me and remind me of the power of endurance. So when I went in that endurance mode for 1 hour and a half, I can now testify to my brother and sister that the pressure that was sent to destroy you, you can recreate the purpose of that pressure. You can utilize that pressure for your good. You can put a different title on that, and you can put a different purpose on that pressure. Now the hammer came to break my skull. The saw came to mince me. The gun came to puncture my lungs and heart. And I recreate the purpose of that hammer, and I built a house. I recreated the purpose of that saw, and I cut down trees and making millions from them. And I recreated the purpose of that gun. I have a range, a place where people can come and learn to shoot. Recreate a purpose for what was sent to destroy you. Recreate a purpose for what was sent to kill you. Recreate a purpose for the people that was sent to put venom in your drink. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, endurance. Endurance. Now, if you know, or some of you don't know, whenever you meet a person that know themselves, they will treat you the best, not because they're a fool. Not because they're a fool. They're setting you up. And the reason why they're doing this is because they know themselves. They are literally setting you up. Now, while treating you good, and you take them for a fool, and you take disadvantage of them, you hurt them, you style them, you do every single thing that is bad to them, thinking that you have won, not knowing that they have planted a seed inside of you that cannot be ripped out by none. You know how much you want to search for Livian right now in somebody else. You will never find me, miss. How can you look for the great Sagittarius over there? You know how much woman I look for me right now with some other man. You will never find me. Go and deal. You could have looked till God come. Even though God is here. But you could have looked till God with them say, go come. You will never find me. Because I have already planted a seed of kindness in you that none can rip out. None can replace the trueness that I have already shown you. There is none that can replace the welcome that I give you by just seeing you. There is none. My hugs are erasable. You cannot erase it. Even if you get a knife, you cannot scratch it out. Now it is a trap by people that know themselves. Now wherever you may go, they will endure and watch, knowing that you will never find him or her in no one else. And endurance will be the card that they will play. And you will lose. Because remember, time is running out. Remember, we're not young forever. Time is running out. Endurance. Endurance is the topic. Now the pressure was created to break me. But I didn't fall under the pressure. I recreated myself. Listen. When me tell people say you can recreate yourself, them say, what do you mean by that? Oh, you have to recreate yourself. Yes, you can recreate yourself. Let me show you how you can recreate yourself. What is it? First, you must identify what is it that you would like or what is it that you would want to do. And if you should say, I would like to become a police, then you must find yourself in the company of people that are already in the force. Because they will give you good leads, not all of them though. They will give you good leads, not all of them. You would like to become a nurse, you must find yourself in the company of people that are already nurses. They will give you good leads, not all of them. Now, that is just an imagination, but if you should accomplish such a goal, it is now recreation. You have recreated yourself from waste to wherever you were. Say, for example, you were working at a bar and you'd like to become a nurse. That's recreation. You want to recreate your entire image. You want to recreate your existence into a nurse. That's changing character according to the Matrix. That's changing character. They have a word for it. Jump timeline. Anyway, don't want to get into it. You jump timeline and you are now your manifestation. You manifest you want to become a nurse, you are now a nurse. You manifest you want to become a police, you're now a police. You manifest you want to become a teacher, you're now a teacher. You manifest you want to become a speaker, you're now a speaker. Whatever it is that you'd like to manifest, or whatsoever it is that you'd like, you must attempt at it. And when you manifest it, that's where now you recreate yourself. So when you hear a man say, hey, I may recreate myself, that's what he meant. Because according to them, we all were born as sinners and ray. That's our label. Sinners and this and that and that. We are nothing but this and you catch me? Yeah, that's what we were being told that we are. But the adventurer that I am, I'm not accepting that. I want to recreate my story for it to go the way that please me, not you. You don't like these eyes, I'm telling you. The fire is burning. The fire is burning. Anyway, I recreate what I would like. I recreate the things that I would like to see in my life. You catch what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? And when you start to recreate your life and you start to level up, the people that are down there, you're inspiration to them. But the people that are already up there, they don't like it. They don't like the fact that you are now among them. And you're nothing but a piece of paper that should be disposed of. I sound like a English. You're nothing but a piece of paper that should be used and disposed of. You catch what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? But you have the power. You have the creator that dwelleth within you, where you can recreate any story. Any story. Don't no matter what nobody wants to say. If you are disciplined enough and can make the proper sacrifice, I'm telling you, they will bow at your feet. Shout in your name as if they have never said nothing wrong. They know it is possible, but the trick is for you never to know. So if you're selling a stall and you'd like to become something other than that, it is possible. It requires discipline though. That's why the people that are on the celibacy journey are easier to recreate their life more than anybody else. Because why? There is no distraction. That energy is being used to create something other than just pleasure. Now they will manifest faster. I'm a testimony to that. I'm a testimony to that. Hey, manifestation, very quick. And it can be quicker. Now you see where I'm going with this? That's a threat. Then if a man just approach you and you say, drop asleep, and him fall on ground, what type of name? They know of this. They know. They don't want you to know though. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters. So recreating yourself, despite the situation that you're in, or despite what you're going through, and there is nothing too hard for you to come out of. Nothing. All when it seems like every gun against you, every knife against you, those same gun can be of assistance to you. You get what I'm saying? Yes, those same gun, because I'm telling you, the wind, her breath, the wind, and her tears, the rain, and her body, the hurt, and her womb, the ocean. I'm telling you, when she whisper in that wind, we all hear, but not all of us are listening. So if a man want to kill you, and she whisper and say, no death shall come to her, you don't even know what happened. You don't even remember say it exists. There is power on the earth, but they try to teach us not to honor. They try to teach us not to honor it. Disconnect us from source. Disconnect us from the roots. You catch what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? Anyway, that message went to wherever it was supposed to go. That's not the topic. The topic is endurance. So you can recreate whatsoever your life or whatsoever situation you're going through, but it's just one catch. In order for you to get something, you must give up something. In order for you to get something, you must give up something. There are many balconies, there are many verandas, but only a few can sit on those verandas in peace. Only a few can stand on those balconies in peace. Because some, when they come on that veranda, memories of what they have done to others when they come on that balcony, memories of who they have thrown overboard to be where But there's another way where you can be at peace on that veranda. Shut your eyes, change the thoughts. You catch me? Shut your eyes and change the thoughts. Be at peace. Tweeting birds, sound of a spring nearby. You catch me? Yes. It's about after 5. Now you know so rooster go do film duty. You catch me? Yes, brothers and sisters. It is possible. It is possible. Recreating yourself, recreating your story, and somebody there need to hear this. When you're recreating your story, the people that know your previous status will be of endurance to who you'd like to become. The people, not all the time, but majority of the time, the people that know of your previous status will be of endurance of who you'd like to become, bro. That's why you see some man when they want to recreate them story, and them story start to recreate them Leffy village, Leffy community, Leffy parish, Leffy town, Leffy house, left lands and place and go rent somewhere, because they cannot recreate themselves in the old environment. And you have people that know of the previous version or the previous identity that you used to hold. It's going to be so hard. So if you're recreating who you'd like to become, and that spouse is not motivating it, or is not pushing no form of energy for you to go forward and do it, you'll now have to leave that man or leave that woman, because that's a blockage. You will find issue there. You could have deal. So the people that start to recreate themselves, leave from out of the old environment and isolate themselves, I tell you, it's like going to the gym. You're going to the gym and you're exercising and you're not seeing the result where you think you should be seeing. You stop going to the gym and start workout and all of a sudden your hand then get big. Why? Because people that know how you look before you are trying to recreate who you'd like to become, they're holding on the whole version. You're having challenges. You're having challenges. You'd like to have that six-pack, but they remember you as that person that have beer belly. Look like you're 3 months pregnant. Six-pack will go hard for come, bro. You get me? You will have to isolate yourself and recreate that, get rid of that previous who you are. Recreate who you would like to become. And then reintroduce yourself to some fresh and new people. It's energy, and it's real, and the mind is very powerful. You walk up to somebody and them say, are you favorite Titus, sir? I'm a man of Titus. No offense, I don't tell a lie, man. Titus not smell so good all the time when I have you come up in the nose. Listen, because Livian talking up probably, you know. Titus now wear them a good shoes there. You talk about your name, Titus. You're an imitator, because at times people see you recreate yourself and become envious that you are recreating yourself. And if you recreate yourself, you're no longer going to be around them. You're no longer going to be their friend. They're not going to have nobody to hang out with. They're not going to have nobody to come put them problem pan. They're not going to have nobody to come call in at the hours of the night when them feel like them want to do them foolish. You are recreating yourself. You are becoming a issue. So you have to relocate and recreate and then reintroduce yourself, bro. So when I said right there, the pressure was created to break me, but I didn't fold under the pressure. I recreated myself and reintroduced myself to the public as Livian, the endurer. Now, I recreated myself before I came on TikTok. When I came on TikTok, I recreated myself to a portion, not fully, to a portion. And I kept recreating myself even when I'm on the app. I have time when I disappear and I isolate, work on whatsoever wound that I need to work on, get it better, and reintroduce myself, because the pressure didn't destroy me. I recreated a purpose for that attack and I use it to my benefit. I'm telling you, been saying it and still saying it. Now listen, this sound like a love letter. The eye water flowed from my eyes like water from a fall. Water sign. Listen, may I say it again, read it over. Eye water flow from my eyes like water from a fall. Water sign. Fire was light to burn out the endurance out of me. Fire sign. Storm was sent to destroy the endurance ship. Air sign. Air sign. But the earth shield me from the eye of the storm. Earth sign. One Livian. Just one Livian, man. One Livian. You could have searched the world. You can never find any God way in me. in a nobody else. I'm just saying, listen again. I water flow from my eyes like water from a fall. Water sign. Avatar, avatar. Fire was light to burn out the endurance out of me. Fire sign. Storm was sent to destroy the endurance ship. Ear sign. But the earth shield me from the eye of the storm. Earth sign, brother. The elements. You ever hear me talk about sage mode? Let me explain sage mode. Not to in depth, but just to a level. Now, sage mode is when you absorb the natural the elements that surround you: earth, water, air, fire. You can absorb the energy of the wind. You ever feel tired and just stand up? Sometimes people accidentally just stand up and the breeze blow and them feel energized. You absorb the energy of the wind. You catch me? Some people, them light a fire, them feel frustrated, them feel tired, and them light a fire, them absorb the energy of the fire. You have an next person, them just feel down, them feel tired, and them just go a river and go swim. They absorb the energy from the water. You have a next man, him feel tired, him feel drained, him just go outside, take off him shoes and sit down and him foot facing the earth and him absorb the energy of the earth. Now that is sage. That is sage. And there is another level. Now we're going to further than this door. There's another level where you can imagine yourself in whichever element you would like to get the energy from. Now that's deep. Hey, they would like to know what I know for me to keep smiling. I know. You can imagine yourself in whichever element you would like to get the energy from. And if you're strong enough, you can imagine yourself in all 4 elements to get the energy. I've done it. I'm even doing it now. You catch what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? So I'm telling you, when you get to know yourself and learn about certain things, bro, watching a movie, you realize that they were telling us about us all along. Certain things, can't really mention because people must seek and discover who they are. You catch me? We must seek and discover who we are. And, by learning and learning, we can use the knowledge to better ourselves. Well, people are going to always try to use it to hurt others. You catch me? Yes, people are going to use it to try to hurt others. And let me tell you how I come by this. I remember there was a time I was on this part of delivering messages to church. Listen, I was delivering messages to church. I was on that part where I was delivering messages to church. And I went to a church. It's in Clarendon. I went to a church, and when I went to the church, I was sitting down. And while I was sitting down, in time then I cut off all of my ear and have an avatar side in my head, Yeah, that's why I so I go crazy. Anyway, I've learned from that. I've learned from that. And I went in the church and I was sitting down and I went to the person that is in charge. I thought he was the person that was in charge. And I said to him that I have a message for this church. And he said, "What is the message?" And I said, "I cannot tell you. I must tell the people." And he said, "Okay, he's going to get back to me." And he went down and he went to a lady. That's why me discover truth about demons in a church, because I've been there. You catch me? So he went and called this lady, and when he went and called the lady, and the lady came out, she was so ignorant when she see me. Hey, Mr. When the woman see me, woman catch a fire. Like he mad for thumb him. She was just a minute away from fisting him down. To how she was behaving. You catch me? So when he tried to calm her, and she dropped her word, and instead of telling me that they cannot give me the pulpit to deliver the message, they attacked me. And how they attacked me? With drum. I was sitting down there, and while sitting down there, me feel me energy like me every beat I drum, me energy rip from me. Me start to get tired like me I got drop. Me energy rip from me. You catch me? The energy start to rip from me every beat I drum, because people, me I tell you, I say drum beating and I don't want normal something, man. You see Bobo there, I beat drum, hey, I don't want normal something. But I have encountered such an attack, and I imagine myself at 4 different locations. I imagine myself on top of a hill where the wind was blowing. I imagine myself sitting down, floating over a volcano, and I also imagine myself floating over water. And then I imagine myself sitting down on the earth. And I'm telling you, that's how the energy start to come back. And the woman, like, she wonder, what me I do? And she got to a drum, and you know, like she has seasoned it up now, and the man beat till he and died, man. The more him beat, I stronger me get. The more him beat, I stronger me get. So this is where I discover that you can absorb the energy of the elements, whether you're there or not. But when me I talk about it, brother, and everybody can do this, don't get me wrong, you know. And everybody can do this. Are levels to this. You get me? And certain are levels to it, man. I'm telling you, are levels to it. But I've discovered that capability. That's where I know that I could absorb the energy of the earth. And even now, if me tired, me turn off the AC, wind down your window. But again, I'm no longer tired. Wind re-energize me, bro. You catch what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? So, discovering this was on the journey. That's why when I see somebody walking their path, I never intervene. Ask them. All when me know say what I say or what I do, now go really bring no benefit to whosoever listen, me never hurt or hurt. If me no want to see him no more, me just alright, brother. Until then, you don't know yourself at this moment. We will link again, black. We meet again, black. Because enough of them depend on journey, you know. And you see, if them continue upon a journey, when me see, no, they will see it. But if them not continue or them slip up, them are going to remain in a whatsoever the slave master give them to come and teach. It was an honor to be here tonight. Big up on yourself and stay safe. Remember, if you didn't get to watch this live on YouTube, now you can go on YouTube, Livian 54. It will be re-uploaded before daybreak. I just wanted to say thanks to each and everyone that was here. Thanks to the gifter. Thanks to each and everyone that tapped the screen. Thanks to every single soul that take part in this live tonight. Whether you're here for the first time or you've been here before, it was an honor to do what I just did, and I will be doing more. Take care of yourself and stay safe. And remember, if I said something and you felt as if it was of hurt to you, take care. I say no more.